Hey, how are you guys? Welcome back, Scorpios. Let's go ahead and jump on into a storytelling, Scorpios, and we'll just see where this one's going to take us. All right. So, this is just a fun little bonus one tonight. Because when I was live doing one of the bonus videos or today's topic videos, I asked you guys, what do y'all want? And some Scorpio fans were in the house. So, RT, thank you so much for being here, you sweetheart. My stories are better than Netflix. That is the most beautiful, beautiful thing. Thank you, honey. That's really sweet. We've got Temperance in the reverse. We got Three of Cups upright. All right, Scorpios. What's not balanced here, the way I see it, is that someone is, well, in this case, their vision of what a fun, good time is may not be Scorpio's vision, or vice versa. Maybe Scorpio loves to live large a little bit. This is like somebody's on that party bus, like they rented one of those party buses and they're going up and down the Vegas Strip and they're having a good time, spending time with a whole group of friends. Living a great life, connecting with a lot of different people. Maybe the person that they think is, their love interest is with them as well. But the idea that this character may have of spending time with their loved one might be to party with them versus have a romantic one-on-one dinner and connect one-on-one. So if that's not Scorpio's idea, then this could feel super imbalanced. Now, the other thing is, forgive me, we could go down this rabbit hole pretty quickly. It could even be that the Scorpio's like, oh gosh, I had a choice between two different people, both of whom were amazing, both of which I thought would have suited me really well. I might have chosen one or the other only to discover I didn't choose well. Just because, here we have somebody who looks very youthful. Here we have somebody that's older, salt and pepper hair. I mean, for all we know, Scorpio went with the person who's, in the suit and tie with salt and pepper hair, thinking, oh, this person, they're more mature, only to discover, no, this person is a party animal. They're looking Scorpio's way because they wanted to get with somebody, younger than themselves. They could, live party days with. Scorpio's like, wow, wait a second. I'm an old soul. I thought dating somebody older would have given me someone that matches me better. Maybe in this case, it didn't. There is something here about Scorpio having had a choice and trying to decide who would fit them better. And it looks like they chose somebody, and it turns out that's not who suits them better. We have the Hermit here. Oh, this is kind of tough because it's almost like Scorpio saying, part of me says maybe I should just not even deal with the whole love thing. I really want to go sit and read a book, but I don't want to give up on love because I see other people that are happy. I see people that are finding what they want. This just feels like we're in the head of a Scorpio that's reflecting. They're reflecting on how surprising it can be that we choose who we think we're going to bond with, only to discover, yikes, everything I thought didn't turn out to be that. Everything I assumed was going to work out smoothly. I thought I was making really great decisions. Turns out it can still, be a wild card. It still is unexpected. So you know what? Let me just read my book. Heck, maybe I need to read a self-help book or a relationship book. But it almost looks like the Scorpio saying, but in reality, maybe I just need to try again. I mean, on a planet with 8 billion people, we never know who anybody is till we get a chance to get to know them. And making the wrong call doesn't mean a failure. It's just one more piece of information. It's one more thing that we've learned along the way. I feel like we are dealing with a Scorpio that is a more mature soul, even though they may look very young and they may actually be quite young. Page of Cups. It's so interesting because I think that they're thinking about reaching out to maybe that young person that they turned down in lieu of somebody that they thought was going to be more mature. It almost seems as if they're saying, maybe I should date somebody younger. Maybe age ain't nothing but a number. Maybe I should give somebody else an opportunity. Why not? I mean, I've met people older than me and they weren't very mature. Why couldn't someone younger than me be mature, or someone my age be as mature as I am? Why did I think I needed to look older than I am to find someone who could actually match me? I think if this Scorpio is someone who looks younger than their years, masculine or feminine, they will probably be highly attractive to everyone, both older and younger than themselves. And that might be something that they just assumed that somebody older would be attracted to their maturity, not realizing it could be the reverse. Someone older wants to capture their youth and party, and they think that, oh, this is going to be so great. I've got the hottest person on my arm, and now we're going to party, and I'm going to feel youthful again with Scorpio. Scorpio's like, I wanted to feel mature. That's why I was picking somebody older, because I thought that's the only way I could get somebody who actually acts my age, even if I'm, 10 years younger than you. I think this is just throwing age like right out of the park on this storytelling. We got a 7 of Wands, we got a 5 of Cups. Yeah, I do think that on this storyline, it really looks more like, I don't want to say Scorpio is going to be a heartbreaker, but I do think that they've got some pretty solid ideas of what they want and what they don't want. I'm not saying that they're going to scare off people intentionally, but it's almost like Scorpio is saying, okay, what's the best way for me to handle this? I feel like I'm writing a rom-com right now, because it feels like somebody is saying, okay, maybe I need to start dating a lot and just see. And I don't care. And they can be 10 years younger than me as long as they're legal. They can be 10 years older than me. They can be 30 years older than me. I'm open to whoever matches me. I'm not going to think about age at all. But when I meet people and it doesn't seem like they fit, I've got a choice. I can either, I don't want to break hearts, but on the other hand, maybe I can let them decide why we're not going to be suited to each other, and to be the scarecrow that scares them off, but let them think it was their idea, because I think that'll go down easier. I don't want to break people's hearts, but I also don't want to invest and keep investing in situations that aren't right for me. And I got to figure out where is the one that clicks. It just feels like this Scorpio is taking an approach where it's like, I'd rather have people think they broke my heart than me go around and break theirs. So let me go ahead and try this out again. Let me just give it a whirl, and let me be really broad-minded and just say, who is it it feels a little bit like Cinderella, like trying to find the foot that fits in the glass slipper. We got the slipper, but where's the foot that fits in it? That's kind of what this is. We got an Ace of Pentacles. I really think that this Scorpio is going to do things in a different way. The way they approach love and romance, the way they approach everything. I think that they're going to be, how do I say this? You notice that we have golden age on this, written on this. I feel as if this is still all about ages. And I think that this Scorpio, this is so bizarre. I've never had a story like this. This Scorpio could literally, if they go on a dating site, they may allow people to think that they're older, way older than they actually are, and see who pursues them. Not saying they're lying about their age or anything, but just allowing people to see what they really like. Maybe the Scorpio has like very eclectic taste. Things, they like going to the symphony. They like, things that we usually think of as like, not that 20-year-olds don't like going to the symphony, but maybe the Scorpio is only 22 years old, but they really do like that. So they don't want to have to act young. They don't really want to be pegged and be told, oh, if you're this age, then obviously you like this, this, and this. So they may instead choose not to intent to lie to somebody, but they may choose to say, okay, the kinds of things I like fit into this age bracket. So maybe I'll describe myself as the age that I feel like I am versus the chronological age I actually am. This is a Scorpio who could be very young, but they are an old soul and they can't help it. And it's always created a difficulty, like a mismatch, because how do they match with a person who's the right age chronologically and emotionally when they themselves fit in two different brackets? So I think that they're looking at age differently, but they're also thinking about how to attract what they want differently. I don't know where this is going to get them. We've got a Queen of Swords sideways here. I do think that this character is so done with being led or being fed like a bunch of BS. You notice that she's like whacking the spoon out of her own mouth. This is somebody who doesn't want to be somebody's trophy. And I think this Scorpio has been people's trophy before. They don't want that. They want a genuine connection. They don't want somebody who says a bunch of stuff that they don't really mean, somebody who pretends that they're more well off than they actually are. somebody who doesn't really know themselves but presents themselves as very confident. I think Scorpio is just like, oh my God, I can see through all of it. And I don't want to get frustrated and I don't want to be too harsh, but I do want to have good boundaries up. So, how do I keep boundaries and approach things? Well, I think they're going to find that fine line. I think that they're going to find the way in this storyline to present themselves accurately. I think that Scorpio has confused people before. I keep getting this vision, and I keep talking about it like age, but maybe it's all kinds of different aspects where, like somebody assumes, like think of, how in a stereotypes, I hate to use them, but they're visual and we all can imagine them. But like somebody who's riding a Harley Davidson or something and they've got, a leather vest on, and you know, you assume, wow, that person is like, they've got like a bad boy thing going on. And as I said before, they love the symphony. They speak 3 different languages. They've, done a classical tour of, Europe. And it's like, just because somebody looks a certain way does not mean that's all there is to them. And you can like, the leather vests and, motorcycles, and also equally as much love culture and, all kinds of other things. And I feel like that's another way to look at this. This is a Scorpio who is very difficult to peg, and everybody tries to and they get it wrong. And then Scorpio winds up having the wrong people pursue them and they're kind of over it. So how do they present themselves as accurately as possible? Well, I just said this in a Virgo story, I think it was Virgo. They're going to take it slow. The Knight of Wands is in the reverse. I really think that if Scorpio is looking for somebody that matches them, because I think the Scorpio is super attractive and probably looks way youthful. So they've got a lot of people clamoring after them for their physique and as a trophy and somebody that they want to be seen with. But Scorpio is going to probably withhold a lot of the physical intimacy to kind of like dismiss the people that are only coming in for that. Like, hey, hop in the sports car with me. We'll look great side by side. Yeah, no thanks. Not interested. Great that you have a sports car. That's awesome. But I'm not really after your sports car. I want to connect with somebody at an intellectual level. I want love. I don't want something that looks flashy. Even if I personally happen to look flashy, it's not my fault. That's the way I was born. Don't judge me by my cover, though. I want something deep. I want something powerful. I don't want to be a trophy. That's what I keep getting out of this. There's this Scorpio gets misjudged a lot, and they don't want to be. They want a really powerful connection. We have the Magician. Whoever the Scorpio actually winds up connecting to could be someone who is like very different than their norm. With the Magician energy here, it's exactly what they're manifesting. They're manifesting a true connection instead of getting frustrated with the things that haven't worked out. They're taking their time to get to know someone, let somebody get to know them. They're changing their tempo a little bit, allowing themselves to be seen as the old soul that they truly are, letting people, decide, oh, wow, you're not just a pretty face. You mean there's a lot more to you? Oh, I was only looking for a pretty face. So peace out. I'm gone. And Scorpio's just like, good, go. And I think in its place, what they're attracting is someone who is going to see this person could be somewhat magical. I feel like they're going to be a very youthful soul as well. When I say youthful, I'm saying youthful in appearance. You notice we've got like a DJ at a club. This could be somebody that, yeah, they DJ like house music, and yet they're Juilliard schooled. They love, like the intricacies of music. They're a musical genius. It's somebody who could be walking in a flashy world, yet don't underestimate them and think that they're just, somebody who only likes thumping music. They understand musical composition. They have a broad love of all kinds of music. Again, they could frequently get misjudged, miscategorized as well. And I almost feel like this is going to be 2 people and nobody else on earth gets, but they'll be able to spot each other. You notice he's pointing his finger out to this Scorpio. It's almost like this could look like a really unlikely pairing. This person could be someone who is like in the public eye, or they do something that people watch them, people see them, so they're flashy too, but they too are looking for something of substance, and they spot that. They see a genuine connection. This feels like when you're in a crowded room with thumping music and lights blaring and you still spot somebody, that's because there's something special there. There's that moment of eye contact. There's that moment where it's like in a room full of all these bodies, I see you stand out to me for some unknown reason. It's like a kindred spirit connection. I think that's what our Scorpio has been hungry for. That's what they've been wanting to manifest. They just had to identify that that's what they want. And as they boil it down, it's like, I want to not be miscategorized. I want somebody who wants a genuine connection and not just me flashy on their arm. I think they're going to find it. It just takes a little bit of like acknowledging what it is that they're looking for and then being able to call that in for themselves. All right, I'm going to leave that there. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. Lots of love to you. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye for now. Thank you guys for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. Bye. Aries, come here.